Hello YouTube makeup lovers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to Be Lounge Makeup, I really hope that you stick around and subscribe for more videos. I am here today with a beauty favorites and beauty regrets video. I have been loving so many products and I have actually been very disappointed with a few products that are very popular. So I feel like these regrets are products that just maybe didn't work for me, but they're not bad products. I just didn't really understand the hype and I did not love them. And I do have some amazing products. I have skincare, I have makeup, I have a ton of products to share with you guys. I remember back in the day, I would do a favorites video almost every single month. And now I just really like to combine them all and just share the products that I am truly loving and already have been using for a really long time. In this case, I do have some products that I tried so hard to love and I just couldn't. So I thought I would just combine them all in a video. So we better get started with my beauty favorites and regrets. First, I'm gonna start off with my favorite makeup products that I have to share with you guys. And the very first one is this palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Nouveau palette. And when I saw this palette, I saw someone do their makeup on Instagram and I knew that I had to have those colors. They're just pretty much the colors that call my name. These colors are right up my alley. The two colors I have on my crease today are these two right here. I love them so much. I have a little bit of this dark one on the outer corner. And then for the lid, I love using this one right here. It's like a taupey color. I like to pop a little bit of this one in the center of my lid. Also really loving these greens on both ends. It is just such a nice palette. Has beautiful neutral shades, but then it also has some nice pops of color that are my style pops of color, like those greens. I cannot wait to try this peacock color. I have not used this peacock color right here, but it just looks really amazing and I'm excited. So this is a palette I'm really loving. The formula is really great, very nice and blendable. It's just easy to use. They're nice and buttery. The shimmery ones I like to apply with my finger and they just give you some nice metallic type of look. Some of them have nice little flecks that just transforms an eye look. So I really love and recommend this Anastasia palette. For foundation, I have a go-to foundation that I have been loving for the past few months. I've actually pretty much been loving it since I purchased it, but I just feel it's the one that I gravitate towards the most. Probably my current favorite foundation at the time. And this is the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation. I use the shade for neutral. Love the type of packaging this foundation comes in. I think it's really convenient for travel. It's just an easy to use type of package. I already probably have to go ahead and grab a new one, but it's just so nice. I love very light type foundations. This one I feel like you could do like a light to medium coverage. I also like how it makes my skin just feel like natural skin, but so much better. It does give me a nice radiant type of finish, which is my go-to type of foundation look that I like. It's important for you to know my skin is dry, more on the dry side, and this foundation works really well for me. So really loving this Charlotte Beautiful Skin Foundation. Next few products are some lip products that I love. When I find a lipstick that I really like, I become obsessed. I use it almost every day, and then I start like freaking out and hoping that they please never discontinue these lip products. The very first one is a lip pencil that is actually very popular from Makeup Forever. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil, and this is in the shade 606 Wherever Walnut. And I've actually had this one for a little bit. I didn't even buy it. I think this came in one of my BoxyCharm boxes when I used to be subscribed. I've since canceled my subscription for a little bit. It's probably a subscription that I may go back to, but I was just getting so many products that I was already kind of like, I need to use everything I have. And then I feel like the few boxes that I had before that, I think like the last 2 boxes when I made the decision to cancel, I just had nothing that really excited me. But this product actually came in one of those BoxyCharm boxes and I just had it in my makeup drawer and I hadn't really tried it until one day I just busted it out. I think I took it on a trip and I fell in love with it. It is the perfect pinky type of nude and it is just the perfect nude color for me. I love it. I think it is just like a great go-to neutral type of lip pencil, so I highly recommend that one. Then I have this lipstick from the brand, I don't know if they say like Citizen, but it's CTZN, and it is called the Nudiversal Lip Duo, and you have a lipstick on one side, a lip gloss on the other, and this is the shade Ibiza. This is, again, it's the nude color that I have on with the lip. Like, this is pretty much the lip combo that I'm wearing right now. And then this is just another perfect nude. I just think it is such a beautiful, beautiful nude color. It's like the perfect nude for me. They say that on there. I mean, the line of lipsticks is just all types of nude, all type of tones for all types of skin color, and I'm obsessed with it. I tried another one, which I can't remember the color that I bought, but that one broke on me. Like, I was using it and it just like, the stick just like broke. I think I dropped it on the floor, so I ended up having to throw it away. But you do have the lipstick on one side, and then you have the lip gloss on the other side. So you kind of have like the whole combo, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. And the last lip product that I have is one of these YSL lipsticks, and this is in the shade 90. This is more like a purpley tone type lipstick, but it's one that I love. It's like a bold color that I really, really enjoy wearing because it is like the perfect, I feel like with these YSL lipsticks, you can really go bold in a more of a sheer way. So if you don't want to do like the full-on red or the full-on plum or like a matte liquid lipstick type of bold, this is a great alternative because they're nice and sheer, but they're still a nice bold color, and I really like the way that this plum one looks on me, and I am obsessed with it. So it's probably like my favorite from that line from YSL, so really, really loving this lipstick. The last makeup item that I have is the Milk Makeup Concealer. This is a Future Fluid all over cream concealer. I use the shade 8C. I cannot stress how much I'm loving this concealer. I also found the best shade. I was so happy because if you don't have the right shade of concealer, I think it's very hard not to love a product, even if it's so good. And this is really the one that I'm gravitating towards. I really love the applicator. It has a nice like pointy type of like doe foot type of thing, I guess I would say. It's really good for applying under the eyes, also like on the side of the nose. I like to use it. I love this because it works also really well all over the face. If you need to cover any imperfection, you don't need to like bring out more than one concealer, but it's just such a good one. I was really surprised by this one, and I love the way it blends. It also seems like it's very, very thin. It doesn't get cakey on me. It doesn't crease on me. I mean, it does the usual concealer creasing because I feel like some of them always tend to crease like when you get closer to the lower lash line. But for the most part, it behaves really well on my skin. So really, really loving this Milk Makeup Concealer. I have some sunscreens that I've really been enjoying. The very first one is from the brand Elta MD, and this is the Broad Spectrum SPF 46 UV Clear. This is a tinted facial sunscreen. I love the consistency of this one. It comes kind of like in a pump applicator, and it almost feels kind of moussey, gel-like, very thin consistency. Does have a tint, like I said. I feel like the tint works well with my skin tone. I also like the way it blends. It doesn't really affect the way my makeup or foundation look, except for the fact that the foundation sits nicely on the skin. Really, really enjoying it. Let me show you a little bit of how it looks. So this is the consistency of the sunscreen. It just, I don't know, it just feels so good. It's kind of like a gel-like cooling type of effect. It just, I always wait for it to dry a little bit before I apply my foundation so I don't have any issues with it, but for the most part, it just makes your skin look flawless. Sometimes I feel like if I don't want to wear any makeup, I'll just put this on just to add a little bit of something on my face, and it just looks really, really pretty. The other sunscreen I have is from the brand Shiseido, and this is the Synchro Shield SPF 50. This is more one that I use when I go to the beach on my face. It is a stick sunscreen. I recently saw a video that like for the sunscreen to give you the full SPF 50, you have to like apply several layers. I think it's like 4 layers all over your face. I forgot what it said. I don't know if I did that. I did apply a few layers when I went, and I had no issues with it. But I took this one on my last vacay on the skin. I like it because it is a nice packaging. It is very easy to just like travel around with. This is actually a face and body one, but I feel like with this stick foundation, you really cannot really use this over your entire body. You would like waste it like in one use. But for the face, it's nice. I just kind of like put it all over my face like this. I go over it a couple times, and then I do tend to spread it with my hands, but I do find that just with a stick, it's not like it feels like you're putting something cakey or sticky on your face. It is just a nice consistency, and it doesn't leave any like, oh, it has a nice smell. I feel like it has a herbally type of scent, and it just doesn't really leave anything on the skin. It just glides on nicely. A fuss-free sunscreen, so really enjoying it. I also like the one that comes in the blue bottle for the body, the Shiseido one, that it's kind of like a pinky tone sunscreen. That one I also really like, but for the face, I like to always usually buy a sunscreen for the face. The last sunscreen that I have is from the brand Naturium, and this is the Dew Glow Moisturizer SPF 50. This is an organic, it says organic chemical sunscreen. It has a niacinamide. This one I've been using recently, probably like the most recent one, maybe for the past 3 weeks, but I'm really enjoying it. This is the one that I've been using every morning. I've been alternating it with the Elta MD, and I use it under my makeup. It leaves you a nice dewy type of look. I feel like if you have drier skin like me, you will like it a lot, and it also looks really nice under makeup. When I put this on, I rarely ever put like highlighter. It just removes a step from my makeup. And then I also like it because it's like a cream and a sunscreen. So I usually like to apply like a face cream, then I wait a little bit, and then I apply the sunscreen. And then this is just kind of like a 2-in-1 type of sunscreen for every day. So if I'm rushing to go to the office, it's just something that removes a step from my sunscreen, and I do feel nicely moisturized while at the same time I'm also protected from the sun. So really enjoying this one. One time maybe, I live in Miami, it's in the summer, it's very hot and humid, but for the most part, I don't feel like I get shiny. Maybe one time I felt that I got a little bit shiny like on the sides of my nose, which is very rare for me. I feel like for oily skin, it may be too dewy. Hate Somerville. This is the Goat Milk Moisturizing Cleanser. I've always preferred like the more foamy type cleanser, just because it feels nice applying them. It's kind of like you feel like you're really cleaning your face really nicely, and I just kind of like the sensation of using a foam, but it is something that does dry your skin out, so I have to be very careful. While I still do use those foaming cleansers, I tend to alternate, and I am more into the more moisturizing milky type of cleansers, and this is really one of the only ones that I have found that I truly really love, because I feel like sometimes they can make you feel like they're too thick and that it leaves like a residue on the skin, and I hate that feeling. While this one, I feel that it cleanses my skin. It's very gentle, but then when I wash it off, you know? I don't have any weird feeling or sticky feeling on my face, and then I can just go into my skincare products. So this is why I'm loving this one. I don't really have any other milk type cleansers that I really like that are very gentle. The Tatcha cleanser is really great. The rice cleanser, that's one that I'm really loving as well, but that one has kind of like little exfoliants in it, so it's also one that I don't use on a daily basis. I am curious as to see other milk type cleansers that are out there. If you have one that you use, if you have sensitive skin or drier skin that you use a cleanser like this, please write it down in the comments below so I can check it out. For example, like the CeraVe one, I use a CeraVe moisturizing cleanser for drier skin on my hands, and it helps, but when I use it on my face, I do feel that it leaves like a residue on my skin. So I don't like that feeling, because it just feels heavy after I wash my face, and not that I'm refreshed, you know, and clean. So it's just, I'm very picky when it comes to that. So I have 2 body products that I love and highly recommend. The very first one is from the brand Belif. This is the Aqua Balm Hydrating Body Moisturizer. It smells very great and like clean like. It just, I don't know, there's something about the scent I just absolutely love. Oh, it just smells so good. And also, it doesn't take a long time to dry. It also seems very light, very hydrating. Enjoy applying it. I love applying it on my arms, especially on my legs. And then, like I said, within a minute or 2, I am fine and I can put my clothes on. What I just don't like to be is like this, like waiting for my moisturizer to dry before I can actually like get dressed. And this is one that I have found that is working really well for me. Another product for the body is this roll roll-on. This is the Relief Arnica Muscle Oil. I remember like the other day, I must have done a weird movement with my neck and I had like the worst back pain, or like, it isn't really the back, I would say like in the center between the shoulders, like where the shoulder blades are, I guess. And oh my God, it was just like, I remember when it happened, I was just like putting on a sports bra. It wasn't even struggling that much, but I just felt like something felt weird. But then it was like the next couple days that it was just so bad. It was just so painful. And I tend to sometimes like fall asleep in a certain way that then the next day I'll wake up and I'll have like some neck pain or something like that. So this I love. It is a roll-on. It has arnica in it. It has a nice scent, almost like if it also had some eucalyptus. Here it says it has coconut oil, olive oil. It does have menthol. That's what I'm smelling. It also has black pepper oil, lemongrass, rosemary. I got it on Amazon. They also sell the oil if you don't like the roll-on, but I find that the roll-on is easy to kind of like apply on your own and just like rub it, and you kind of just like massage yourself directly with the roller. So really love it. I've used it. I've had my brother and sister come over with like some sort of pain, and I'm like, let me massage it for you, and then I'll do like a little rolling massage on their neck. It is just a really great product. Now for my beauty regrets, and like I said, these are very popular products. They just did not work for me. First one is the Rare Beauty. This is the lip oil. This is in the shade Wonder. I heard so many things about this lip oil, and to me it just does not seem like a lip oil at all. It feels more like a stain. It almost feels just like a wet stain, then it kind of like dries out on your lip. I don't feel that it feels moisturizing like a lip oil usually would. If you like the non-sticky type of lip product, that you don't like to feel anything on your lip, then this will probably be one that you do love. But I love like the Dior lip oil. It is very nice and sticky. I also like the Merit lip oil. It's not as sticky as the Dior, but it still feels like an oil, where this one doesn't. So I just felt that it just felt more like a lip stain or a cheek stain. I find that it was very thin type of consistency. I just honestly did not enjoy it at all. So I will be trying to use it. Maybe I'll mix it in with something else. Maybe I'll just add it as a base and then use a gloss on top. But I was really disappointed by it, and I've heard such great things, but just for me it didn't work out. This is the shade Wonder. I have a foundation that I tried to love, but it just did not work for me, and this is the Anastasia Luminous Foundation. I got the shade 200W, and luminous foundations usually love me and love my skin, but for some reason this one did not. It just sat on top of my skin. I would have all these patches, especially around the nose area, and like here it would just sit on the skin. It just looked cakey. It did not blend well, and it didn't work with me with a brush. It didn't work with a beauty blender. It just did not work for me. So this is one that I will probably give away or throw out, because I've already tested it a few times, but it just did not like me at all. The next product is a hair product, which is extremely popular, and I don't want to say that it's terrible. I just don't think it's worth the hype, and I also don't think that it worked that great on me to begin with, and that is the Color Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Spray. It is this one right here. This product is so popular. It could also be my hair. I found that for me, all it did was just kind of like flatten my top area of the hair. I don't think it really helped that much with the frizz. You also have to use a ton of product. Like the videos I've seen of people raving about this, they pretty much have to drench their hair in this to make it work. I'm not a fan of that. Like I don't want to use the whole bottle for something just to work. But for me, it just, I don't see the hype. So I will probably finish it. I've been using it to see if maybe one day a miracle happens and it works. It just has not been the case. Anastasia, and this is the cream bronzer in the shade Amber. I bought this. I feel like, I can't remember if I loved it at the beginning or not. I just found that, I guess with the cream products that have been coming out, how great they're coming out, and the perfect colors that are coming out that I'm loving. Like you have the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer, the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer, you have even the Huda one. There's so many that just works so much better on me. Also the color, I feel like this one is just very yellow on my skin. It could have been that I didn't buy the best color. That's also a total, you know, possibility that I chose the color amber. It seemed to be a color that would work. I had heard people compare it a lot to the Chanel one, that it was better than the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, or Soleil Tan, I forgot what it's called, but it isn't. I just didn't think it was. Brands are coming out with so many cream products, cream contours, cream bronzers, and they are just really stepping up their game, and I'm really loving those so much more than this one. And this one, I would keep on using it and see if I could make it work, and I've just officially given up. I will be giving this one away as well. Last product that is a beauty regret is from the brand Rose Inc, and this is the lip and cheek color in Heliotrope, and I just really did not like using this on my cheeks as a cream blush. I find that it was just way too sticky. It almost felt really thick, greasy on my cheeks. It didn't feel that it was really great and blendable. Definitely, if you're gonna use this one, apply it on your hand first and then maybe use a brush to pat it on your cheek. The color is beautiful. It is a really nice pinky type of nude color. Let me show you right here. This is what it looks like. So it's a really beautiful color, but just for the cheeks, it just did not work. To be honest, this is probably much better on the lips. It is a lip and cheek palette, but it is a lip and cheek product. Honestly, when I bought it though, I was expecting to use it on my cheeks. I really haven't tried it on the lips, so maybe that's the next thing that I'm gonna do, is see how it works on the lips. It may work. This may even be one that it's good to have in your purse, just to dab a little bit of your cheek in an emergency and apply it on the lips, because I love multifunctional products. But for the cheeks, it just did not work for me, and I will not be buying any more shades of this cream blush, but I will give it a chance again and test it out on my lips because the color is really beautiful. That is pretty much it. These were my beauty favorites and beauty regrets. Everything I mentioned will be listed in the description box down below as always. I want to say thank you so much for watching Be Lounge Makeup. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you go, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.